All praises to the Most High. Just want to do another video today about Bible translations. It's because it's very important that we get an understanding of that, because the Bible has been translated, obviously, to get it into English. We know that the first kind of the language that it was read in by our forefathers was in Hebrew, or ancient Hebrew, because it's not the ancient Hebrew is not the same as the Hebrew that they're using today. I think that the Hebrew they're using today is called the Ezra script, but the original Hebrew is the more paleo ancient Hebrew. Because the Bible has been translated, that's why it's important to know this history about it. About the book that we read, so that we talk about so much. So that's why I wanted to just do this video, just to share my knowledge on that. The book, the Bible, which one to read and why. The one that I personally read is the King James Bible. For those that don't know, the King James Bible was originally first translated in 1611. By William Tyndale. King James was the one who authorized the translation, because before that it was illegal to have a Bible in your own in English. So King James authorized the translation, thus why it's called the Authorized King James Version. And then we have this as the result. This Bible, the original 1611 Bible, has the Old Testament and New Testament, but it also included the Apocrypha as well. The Apocrypha is very important as well, because that's called, Apocrypha means basically hidden books. And it's interesting to note that this was part of the canon in 1611. The canon is basically like the books which is referred to as being all inspired by God. So the Apocrypha was part of the 1611 Bible, the King James version, but later on in the Reformation, the Protestants decided to take it out, because they thought that it was not, it kind of didn't really, well, the real reason they took it out was because it didn't line up with the doctrine that they wanted to teach. Even though the Bible itself doesn't line up with the doctrine they teach, there's a lot of scriptures in there that I've read it myself that are very very kind of go against what the church teaches now. For example, salvation's for everybody. God loves everybody. In the Apocrypha, there are a lot of statements that kind of, really contradict that very strongly. So that's another thing in itself, really. But they took it out. But you can still today get my Bible is a King James version. But it also has the Apocrypha included in it as well. Got it online on a Christian bookshop called I can't remember what it's called, but I got it online on a bookshop, so that you can still get them, and I recommend you do get one, because the Apocrypha is very handy, and it kind of gives you a lot of it just kind of gives you more depth into a lot of doctrine in the Bible. It just goes into more depth into a lot of doctrine in the Bible, and also gives you a better idea of some of the kind of captivities that the children of Israel went into. I'll just read some of the books out now that are in the Apocrypha. Okay. Just finding the contents page. The Apocrypha. Okay, so then it's got there's some books: First Esdras, Second Esdras, Tobit, Judith, and so on. There's no point in me reading them all to you, but I mean, I would highly recommend that you'll get a copy of this, just really to get a fuller picture of the Bible, and as it was originally counted as part of the Bible before it got taken out in the Reformation. So yeah, I mean, and the reason why I would also recommend this, the King James version above all the other translations, is because it was the first English translation. Although there have been in the Bible, even in the King James Bible that I've noticed myself, there are a lot of some things have been changed. Although although a lot of people won't like to admit that, the Bible has been signs of tampering. But you'll only know that depending on how much knowledge you have in terms of kind of translations and the root words and stuff like that, translating from the Strongs and the concordances and stuff. And when you start to do that, you start to see inconsistencies. For example, like the names of God. That's one of the things I really noticed that has been tampered with, because a lot of the things that it says in the Bible um, as the other names of God actually are not the names of God. They're actually names of Baal, or Baal, or Baali, Baal. Yeah, Baal. Yeah, I'm making sure I'm saying it right. So yeah, a lot of the names in the Bible that are referred to as the names of the God the Father are actually names of Baal. I'm going to do another video on that, because that is that's something that I just recently discovered, so I will do a video on that. But yeah, so but that can't really be avoided. That can't really be avoided, because that if it's in the 1611, which is the first English one, it's going to be in all the other ones as well, probably the worst. But I would recommend the King James because it is the first English translation, and I just prefer that kind of style of I just prefer that style of how it's written in the King James, to be personal, to give you my personal opinion. So yeah, I just wanted to give that little brief history on the Bible, just to let you, just to add to your body of knowledge. You know, that knowledge is power, and I'm just what I'm here for. I'm here to just try and teach and just share everything that I know and that I've learned about the Bible, as it's something that's all I really care about. So yeah, I hope this video has blessed someone. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, or share this video with someone else. Um, and yeah, until next time, God bless.